The distress signal reached Earth on a cold morning in March 2347. It pierced through the cosmic silence like a desperate scream, carrying with it the unmistakable signature of an alien civilization on the brink of extinction. The Velkari, a peaceful species of crystalline beings from the Andromeda sector, had sent their plea across the stars, hoping that someone, anyone, would answer. Lily Morrison stood in the command center of the UHSF Prometheus, her fingers dancing across the holographic display as she analyzed the incoming transmission. Her emerald eyes narrowed as the translation algorithms worked overtime to decipher the alien language. "Captain," she called out, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "We're receiving coordinates and tactical data. The Velkari are under siege by the Crethon swarm." Captain Amri Chen moved to her side, his dark eyes scanning the data streams. He had seen many things in his 15 years of service, but the desperation in that signal made even his battle-hardened heart clench. "The Crethon," he muttered, recognizing the name from intelligence briefings. "Hive-minded parasites. They've consumed 17 systems in the past decade." Lily pulled up visual feeds from Velkari surveillance networks. The images were horrifying. Massive biomechanical creatures descended upon crystalline cities, their acid-dripping mandibles tearing through structures that had stood for millennia. The Velkari, despite their advanced technology, were pacifists by nature. They had never developed weapons, never imagined they would need them. "They're asking for humanitarian aid," Lily said, her voice soft. "Medical supplies, evacuation support, defensive shields. They don't even comprehend what military intervention means." Amri's jaw tightened. He had read the reports about the Crethon. They didn't negotiate. They didn't retreat. They consumed everything in their path, leaving nothing but barren worlds, stripped of all biological and mineral resources. "Send a response," he ordered. "Tell them help is coming." Within hours, the United Human Space Fleet mobilized. Not just the Prometheus, but every available warship within 3 jump points. Lily coordinated the logistics from her station, her mind working at incredible speed as she plotted trajectories, ammunition loads, and tactical formations. The Velkari's response to humanity's deployment was confused gratitude mixed with concern. They sent another message, explaining that they only needed supplies and perhaps some engineering assistance to strengthen their shields. They didn't understand why humanity was sending warships. "They still don't get it," Lily said to Amri as they prepared for the final jump. "They think we're just bringing the aid in protected convoys." Amri smiled grimly. "They will." The human fleet emerged from hyperspace above Velkara Prime in a formation that would have made ancient admirals weep with pride. 73 warships, from massive dreadnoughts to nimble destroyers, each one bristling with weapons that represented humanity's singular talent, the art of warfare. The Crethon swarm noticed immediately. Millions of bioships turned away from the planet's surface, their hive mind recognizing a new threat. They swarmed toward the human fleet like locusts, confident in their numerical superiority. Lily's fingers flew across her console, coordinating fire control for the entire fleet. "Target acquisition complete. All ships report ready." "They wanted aid," Amri said quietly, his hand hovering over the command authorization. "So let's aid them. Fire." What happened next would be recorded in galactic history as the Velkara Purge. Humanity didn't just defend the Velkari homeworld, they didn't simply drive back the Crethon swarm, they unleashed total destruction. Railguns accelerated tungsten rods to relativistic speeds, turning Crethon bioships into expanding clouds of superheated plasma. Missile swarms, each warhead guided by adaptive AI, hunted down fleeing enemies with ruthless efficiency. Energy weapons carved through the swarm like scythes through wheat. Lily watched the tactical display, her expression neutral even as she orchestrated the death of millions of hostile entities. This was what humans did. This was what they were good at. 10,000 years of warfare, from stone axes to planet killers, had honed them into the galaxy's most efficient destroyers. The Crethon tried to adapt. Their hive mind was sophisticated, capable of learning and evolving tactics in real time. But they had never encountered an enemy like humanity. Every adaptation was met with a counter-adaptation. Every new strategy was anticipated and crushed. Amray commanded from the bridge of the Prometheus, his orders crisp and decisive. When the Crethon tried to use the planet's atmosphere as cover, he deployed atmospheric fighters. When they attempted to create a debris field for concealment, he ordered precision strikes that cleared the orbital space in minutes. The battle lasted 6 hours. By the end, not a single Crethon bioship remained in the Velkara system. Human forces had pursued the fleeing remnants to the edge of the system and beyond, ensuring that nothing survived to bring word back to the greater swarm. When the last hostile signature vanished from the sensors, Lily finally allowed herself to breathe. Her hands were steady, but she felt the weight of what they had done. The Velkari sent a transmission. Their crystalline voices carried shock, awe, and something that might have been fear. "You came to help us," their spokesman said. "But you brought annihilation." Amray stood before the view screen, his expression unreadable. "You asked for aid. We gave you exactly what you needed. The Crethon will never threaten your world again." Lily stepped beside him, adding her own voice. "Humanity learned long ago that sometimes the greatest mercy is the complete elimination of a threat. You asked for help, and we responded the only way we know how, with overwhelming, total, and absolute force." The Velkari were silent for a long moment. Then, slowly, their spokesman spoke again. "We understand now why the galaxy fears you." Amray's smile was cold. "Fear is unnecessary. We only destroy those who threaten the innocent. But yes, let the galaxy know. When humanity offers aid, we don't do it halfway.